this is just extremely exciting. Okay, this is hands down one of the coolest things me as a trader I've heard. Okay, it's very simple. Trading Technologies is an execution platform. Okay, here's a link if you guys want to get a free simulation. Follow the link, go and try it out. It's going to cost you nothing. Now, why this is super cool, okay? Trading Technologies traditionally always offered, I think, roughly 42 different futures markets, okay? As you can see, it's a price ladder. All right, so you can execute at the market. So no spread, no broker to deal with, no slippage. You control everything right at the tip of your hands. Okay, so this is the number one reason why professional traders not just use a ladder, right, but why we use Trading Technologies. Now, hands down, Trading Technologies, since I started, is the industry leader. Okay, now people can argue that as much as they want, but they are the industry leader in terms of execution. Okay, i.e. in terms of me clicking, from the moment I click, the speeds, the efficiencies, the lack of going down, all these sorts of things, okay? That's why professional traders use it. Now, what they've done, Trading Technologies, is they formed a partnership with CoinDesk. Now, you should all know what CoinDesk is because they are the biggest, ultimately, cryptocurrency underlying platform. Okay, so what's going to happen, very simply, and I'll show you an article in the next slide, is that you're going to be able to trade futures as well as the underlying cryptos. Now, if you don't believe in cryptos, that's fine. You don't have to believe them, okay? But what you do have to believe in is cryptocurrencies is creating opportunity. Now, if you are a true trader, you don't give a shit about the underlying, okay? All you care about is opportunity. Now, the fact that TT is joining on with CoinDesk, it's going to give us as traders a fantastic edge, and I'll explain to you why on the next slide. Okay, so just a few other things. Note, with TT, you'll get a very strong charting package. Okay, note, I didn't say the best. Okay, they do not have the best charting package. There are far better charting packages out there, all right? But they do have an extremely strong charting package. Now, what I like about TT, if you send them a suggestion, whether it's me, whether it's you, you know what? They're going to look into that, all right? Because they're there for the traders. They like to engage with the traders and say, what do you want? What do you want us to create for you? And they create it. Now, the other exciting thing is the ADL. Okay, so if you're someone that likes to automate your strategies or even just create signals, guys, this ADL automation is fantastic and it comes part of the package. Now, ultimately, you're going to get to trade the underlying in cryptos, and I'll explain to you why this is massive. Okay, if you think the futures in trading futures in the cryptos, is better, etc., then you probably you're not trading futures cryptos, and I'll explain to you why. Okay. At this current point in time, trading the futures market is just not worth it for a number of reasons. Okay, and I'll explain that to you. I'm actually shoot ahead to the next slide so I can explain it to you. Okay, is Bitcoin futures tradable? Guys, I will come back to that previous slide, but is Bitcoin futures tradable? The simple answer is no, I don't think it is. Okay, and I'll explain to you why. One, there's a lack of liquidity. Okay, which means if you get it wrong, you're going to be taking much bigger risk. In other words, you're going to be going a lot further offside than what you can manage. All right. Now, two, and this is the crucial one, is the spread. The spread is too wide anymore, which means me as a trader, if I try and enter the market, okay, if I go to the market, I have to pay anywhere between 5 to 8 prices. Now, just a basic, arithmetic, 5 to 8 prices, we're looking anywhere between $200 to $400. Okay, so I have to pay $200 to $400 on a one lot, the smallest increment, just to get in. Now note, when I get out, I got to do the exact same thing. So I've got to pay $400 to $800 to get in and out. Okay, that's not even the market going in my direction. Right, so it's too expensive right now to be trading the futures, and that's why I think this is an extremely smart decision from Trading Technologies, okay? Because what it's going to do is it's going to bring not just a lot more volume to the underlying asset classes of crypto, but it'll ultimately tighten up the spreads, okay? So in the long run, this is very good for the futures, but right now, sadly, the futures is not tradable, okay? Not for speculating. If you are trading it, you need to look at some of the underlying facts of trading futures. Okay, not to mention risk, guys. It's extremely difficult to manage risk. You're getting slippage. Your orders might not even get filled. The exchange might shut down. The market might just white box and volatility stop you out, and you don't know where you're getting out. So it's not a tradable market. Anyone that wants to argue, please, hit me up on Twitter. We can have a fantastic conversation, and we can, even though there's not really a debate around this, we can debate it. Okay, so the last one is opportunity cost. You've got to say to yourself, trading a one lot in Bitcoin, let's say you make $5,000-$6,000, okay? Yeah, for some people that might be a good winner. But you've got to say to yourself, how much energy, time, risk, and all these focus on these things, how much of these things are you committing to Bitcoin versus how much can you be making in your traditional other markets, i.e. the E-mini 500s, the German bonds, the currencies, okay? So Always assess opportunity in terms of opportunity cost as well. What are you foregoing in order to trade this Bitcoin? Okay, so right now for me, Bitcoin futures is tradable. Okay, and that's why I'm excited about this, this combination of being able to trade TT and the underlying at the same time. Now, just some of the benefits. Okay, customers will have access to market data. Okay, so even if, and this is incredible, guys, market data isn't cheap. Okay, to get reliable market data is even harder. But now with this combination, you can get live market data of all the cryptocurrencies through the TT platform. Okay, that in its own is huge, right? You also get the charts as well as the automated trading tools as mentioned. Lastly, you're finally going to be able to spread the cryptocurrencies, and this is massive as well. Why? Bitcoin is currently 40% odd of all liquidity in cryptos. I think Ethereum, is something like 20, 25, and then the rest, the other 1,400 whatever make up the last bit of liquidity. Okay, so right now there's pretty much Bitcoin and Ethereum. But it's very, very difficult for you to buy Bitcoin and sell Ethereum, or maybe sell Bitcoin long run and buy another one of the cryptos that you feel might be the long run, favorite. So it's going to provide fantastic spread opportunity. Now, why I'm mentioning this to you now, I think it's the end of March they launch. But most importantly, you've got to get familiar with the software. Okay, if you are serious about your trading this year in 2018, please do not make the mistake. Get yourself a trading technologies platform, get it set up, start playing around with the tool so that when this launch comes, you're ready to take advantage of this cryptocurrency, guys. I mentioned to you earlier the actual the podcast that Aaron did on Chat with Traders, and the one thing the guy said to me, which stuck out, is he said to me, it was his year. Okay, he had taken advantage of a couple of big comments that were going around Bitcoin. He ultimately traded some of the shares that were very closely attached to some of the cryptocurrencies, and he made some significant moves. Right, he was there at the right time, right place to take advantage. That's why he made a 1,400% return. There's no reason you cannot. Okay, this opportunity is going to be available for all of you listening here, for anyone. But you have to be ready for it. Okay, you've got to have all the understanding, the right kind of trade account, the right kind of mentality, the right kind of approach.